I got to talk to you about something that's been on my mind. It's about Toast POS. It is built for restaurants, designed specifically for food service industry. Toast understands all the needs of operators, from fine dining to fast casual. It really does. It's an all-in platform. From front of house ordering to back of house reporting, Toast streamlines operations, saving time and increasing efficiency. There's tableside and mobile ordering. Servers can take orders and process payments right at table, speeding up service, improving guest experience. And with the way labor is right now, I mean, I got to tell you, thank goodness for that, you know? If you're looking for a point-of-sale system, I highly urge you to check out Toast before you go and look anywhere else. That's toasttab.com. We love it. It is a fantastic solution.
Welcome back for another episode of the Restaurant Ops Revolutionized mini-series, live for the Influencer Row. That is a mouthful, I'm going to tell you. We are with our friends today from Q, and we had a good time with Amir from Q. That was awesome earlier today. And we're diving into the fascinating intersection of fresh, healthy food and innovative restaurant technology with Holly, the Chief Marketing Officer at Pokeworks.
Thanks for having me.
Very nice to have you here. Shatzy, do you want to tell me how one becomes the Chief Marketing Officer?
Yeah, Jim, you know, it's no easy task. You don't just become the Chief Marketing Officer,
you don't.
one of the most successful restaurant groups in the entire world. It doesn't just come on your lap, Jimmy. You got to work.
You got to work.
And if you want the job, Jimmy, I'm going to tell you how to get it.
Tell me how to do it.
First of all, Jimmy, you got to go to University of San Diego.
No,
UC San Diego. University of California, San Diego.
I was waiting for you to go San Diego.
You got to go San Diego.
I was
right?
waiting for that.
Yeah. So you got to go San Diego, right?
Yes.
And then, Jimmy, you're gonna have to go through each of, like Fang, like all the tech companies. You got to hit them all. You got to hit them all. You got to go Google. You got to go Yahoo. You know what I mean? You got to hit those. Walmart. You know what I mean? You got to hit that. Doublefin. Remember Doublefin?
I remember Doublefin.
I remember it. Yeah, he wasn't there that long, so it doesn't relate. Let's forget about that. All right, let's forget about that. But then you come on, okay, as the CMO in 2022 of Pokeworks, okay? And I got to tell you, it is just an absolute pleasure to have Holly from Pokeworks here with us live. Jimmy, let's jump into it because we got a lot to discuss, a lot to go over. Put those headphones on and enjoy the show. Yeah, that's why you weren't jazzed up, because you weren't hearing all the crazy music we were going on there. Now he's got the...
Oh, there you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Holly, the Chief Marketing Officer of Pokeworks. Jimmy?
Yeah. How much of your background did Schatzberg get right, first of all? Was he close?
He got almost all of it.
All of it right?
Almost all of it, yeah.
And you went to San Diego. San Diego, I mean, right?
All right. I went to the good one.
The good one. The good one.
All right, listen, I want, for our listeners who may not be familiar with Pokeworks, this company has pioneered the fast casual poke bowl concept across America since launching in 2015. You've grown to over 65 locations and been named one of the fastest growing restaurant chains in America. You've scaled rapidly. Can you talk about some of the key inflection points for the company, and when did you realize your infrastructure needed to be changed, and how have you driven this growth trajectory of Pokeworks?
I came in recently, right? But the business was started 10 years ago.
Yep.
And like you mentioned, one of the first brands to come into the U.S. To sell poke. Not traditional Hawaiian poke, but really poke adapted to the taste and kind of
little bit different market.
Totally different.
Right.
It's everybody is big and into just build your own, and so it kind of pioneered build your own poke bowls. Started in New York City, it just hit one of those major cycles, got big on social media, and then it blew up from there. So
yeah, I got to tell you, it's really, it is unbelievable. I mean, just that whole segment has really just it's a completely new segment in restaurants, But let's talk a little bit about how you prioritize. Let's talk about technology, right? Because tech, look, restaurants, we're selling food, we're selling experiences, we're selling atmosphere, but we do recognize that the restaurant industry is slow to embrace tech, but we need tech. And so let's talk a little bit about technology and what kind of tech initiatives you guys have over there at Pokeworks to continue to grow and evolve as a company.
So That's fantastic. I love that question.
Yeah. Well, Jimmy
Most-
actually gave that question to me.
Oh, Jimmy actually gave that question to me.
Oh,
Thanks, Jimmy.
No, I didn't give it to you because I think Hans going to correct you now.
Oh, yes.
There you go.
Oh, it was a good question though, right?
It was a great
Yeah,
question. Yeah.
thank you. Appreciate that.
So
I feel like-
I was just going to say most of the founders of Pokeworks, and there are a number of them, have computer science degrees.
Right.
So they just happen to love restaurants.
Okay.
And so we've been looking at technology, have been at the forefront of adapting to whatever technology becomes available in the restaurant space.
Right.
One of the first, ages ago, we had a loyalty program with Level Up quite early on. And even now, the past 12 months or so, we've been, really fortunate to have the opportunity to refresh our tech stack again. We're here because of Q. We've been really pleased with
So
that opportunity.
QPOS has been a big part of your refresh, I think you said.
Huge.
Talk a little about this refresh. What was going on? You've got all these stores, and who decides and how do you decide? What does a refresh look like for a growing brand like yourselves?
Yeah, 65 units is not enormous, but for us,
It's not small.
It's not tiny. It's not tiny.
Oh, it's
but-
a lot of restaurants.
Yeah, but we're at that stage where we just needed higher performing platform softwares. It's everything, right? Loyalty platforms, as well as POS.
So you had kind of we like to call it, did you have a Frankenstein tech stack? Where it was just all different pieces, and then you're like, I need a unified system that does everything.
I don't know if there's really a
Jimmy
system that
coined the
does
phrase
everything.
Frankenstein tech stack, by the way, so you could use it if you want.
If you like it, I did coin it. I coined the phrase.
If you don't like it, then you don't.
It was definitely
my
Julie.
idea.
It was definitely
Yeah.
Julie. Our
Yeah, but a lot of people, they because it's different people come to the restaurant and different ideas, and before you know it, you're bolting on all these different things, and then it's like not working really well, and then you got to kind of rip it all out and start over again. So is that kind of like what happened with you guys and with Q coming in and kind of giving you a whole new tech stack?
With the tech stack, it's just as we grew from, one store, 10 stores,
Yep.
30, 40, 50, 60, so forth. We just had to find software that works for us at that stage. We're just at that stage where we saw the value in Q being a really strong pure play POS system. So I don't think we really want Q to do everything under the sun, but they're hyper focused on developing just the best POS system. So
I like it.
I think we so appreciate and respect what Q's doing. Really trying to, as the tagline would suggest, beyond POS. But I want to talk about. I'm fascinated by how Pokeworks is you used the word fresh earlier, but you guys have this incredibly fresh. You're seen as this fresh brand. You customize the food experience. You've embraced digital innovation. Talk about your role as the chief marketing officer and how do you present your brand and how do you leverage what you're doing to make sure your guests and your loyal fans are seeing and keeping up with what Pokeworks is doing?
yeah, so a couple things. I only have one job, which is to sell more poke.
So more
Right?
Poke.
That's really it.
Yep.
And everything else, the technology, the strategy, it's really in the service of making sure we just highlight and kind of market the freshness, the quality of our poke. And you guys know, there's poke joints all over the country.
All
Yep.
over the place.
Right. And
They're not all good, A lot of crappy ones out there.
It's challenging. First you're dealing with raw fish.
Yeah, exactly. And you got to be careful when you're eating raw fish, man. It's got to make sure that they're getting the good product in there, that they're turning the product, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Pokeworks is the best.
So we have an amazing team that focuses on sourcing great product, operations team that's relentless in making sure all of our operators are operating at peak performance level, keeping things fresh, services top notch, but it's that consistency, right? If you're going to pay up for a quality meal, that's convenient, we have to make sure that our service and food quality is up there. All we're doing in marketing is getting the data, getting these tools like loyalty platforms, making sure we have great data coming through from our POS system that we can then just use to, sell.
I like it.
That's it.
Jim, we got to take a quick break. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with a little tech taste test and a little quick fire. Jimbo, can you sit with us?
I'll do it.
All right,
We'll
man.
do
Let's
it.
hang
We'll
out.
be
We'll be
right
right back. And don't go away, because I got to tell you, we got a lot more show. All right, we're coming right back. Here we are. I got to tell you, we're going to do a little which came first. Are you ready, Hot? A little which came first? We're going to do this.
Right.
This is the which came first Q edition.
All right. Yeah.
Here at RLC.
I'm
This is
curious.
the
Q.
The QPOS edition. Okay. Which came first? Taco John's
Oh God.
potato Oles? Olays? What the hell is that, Jimmy?
I don't know.
Which came first?
I guess that's the Taco John's like potato chips, potato O's.
Yeah, the potato Oles or
Oles?
Arby's curly fries. Which came first?
No, I'm gonna have to guess Arby's.
Jimmy?
I'm
What is
sticking with Hot because I actually know what
It's-
Arby's
it's-
curly fries are, and I don't know respectfully
Yeah.
what Taco John's Olays potato Olays are. So I'm
It's,
gonna go with
it's taco. It's
good.
no, it's Arby's. Arby's.
It's Arby's. Good.
1988,
Good.
yeah.
Good.
Which came first? Salad Works or Sweet Green?
Oh, come on. It must be Salad-Works, right? Am I
Jimmy?
all right?
Yeah, it's gotta be Salad Works.
1986. Sweet Green was 2007.
Ahead of its time.
Yeah. Wait. Which came first? Jamba Juice or Nectar Juice Bar?
Oh. Jamba Juice. Got to be Jamba Juice.
I'm going with Han. That sticking with
Jamba Juice. 1990.
my friend here.
Nectar
My
2010.
friend here, wicked smart. Wicked smart.
All right, we got to jump right into
Okay.
Jimmy. We got to jump right into a little branded quickfire. You ready?
All right.
All right, here we go. Little branded quickfire. I'm going to ask you 5 lightning round questions. Don't think too long. Don't think too hard. Are you ready, sir?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here we go. Let's get a little show Mission Impossible. Get you calm, cool, and collected. First app you check in the morning.
Ooh, Gmail.
What's the last thing you Googled?
Restaurants.
How do you take your bagel?
Plain.
Plain bagel or you just plain?
Plain, but everything but bagel seasoning, whatever they've got on.
Everything bagel.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Everything bagel. All right. What's your all-time favorite condiment or sauce?
Oh, God. Sriracha.
Sriracha.
Yeah.
If you were to challenge Jimmy or I to a game of hangman, we better odds of beating. It's so random.
Randomly
I
fun.
might lose. I'm pretty sure I'd lose.
Pretty lose.
You still play hangman, Jimmy?
By the way, I'm the one with the 8-year-old. I'm playing Hangman.
I like hangman.
I'm playing Hangman.
It's a good game.
Yeah. By the way, earlier today, someone brought up Wordle.
Yeah.
Wordle, not so much. Hangman, yeah, I like Hangman.
A lot of people like Wordle. I've never played Wordle. You like Wordle?
I tried it.
What about Hurdle? We heard about
Yeah,
that?
the hurdle is it's the music one.
You
Hurdle.
listen to music
Listen
and
to
you have
music
to guess.
and it's like name that tune
Yeah.
of the app of name that tune. We're gonna wrap up in a second, but I have a question.
Yes.
What is your favorite Pokeball? Do
Oh,
you have a go-to?
Umami ahi.
And tell me what's in that.
Okay, so we've got our umami shrimp sauce.
Yep.
It's, I like that shoyu flavor.
Yep.
But I just love the ahi. It's a lot of folks.
Yep.
Just dig all the salmon bowls.
Yeah.
But for me, it's the ahi.
Yeah, and you do it with the rice.
The rice?
Do rice or do
or
do you go with which one? What base do you go with?
I mean, ideally, I have the white rice.
White rice.
But I can't do it anymore. I gotta have a salad.
I'll admit I love the white rice. I shifted to the brown rice a little bit because I felt it was getting out of hand. I went to the salad, and now back to white rice. I
like the white rice.
I love the white rice. I think
Feels
Pokeworks is an amazing brand, and I'm a loyalist to the Pokeball. I think it's great. I also wanna give
Jimmy's a big Pokeworks
I'm a big
guy.
Poke person, and I want to give I actually think Chipotle/Panera, I think, introduced the bowl. I think they helped change somewhat the guest behavior, and so I'll give a shout out. I don't know if you agree or disagree with that, but I think they opened up the path to the bowl, and once that path was opened up, I think that
Still
created
back. They really set the trend.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think that's great. Listen, I want to thank you so much for sharing your insights and for everything you're doing. We want to thank our friends from Q for helping to make this happen and wishing you and the team at Pokeworks continued success. I think you guys are going to continue to be one of the fastest growing
Best
brands.
in class, Jimmy?
Best in class. Best in class.
If I want to
too,
find
I
my
feel that way.
closest Pokeworks,
Yes.
what, Pokeworks.com?
Pokeworks.com, yeah. Or just open up your map. We're
There we go.
expanding.
I like it,
So,
man.
There we go.
All right, man.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you,
Thank
man.
you.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Thank you, everyone.